Another day, another toy hunt as we head into Toy World today. Having a look at what they've got. Still got Magmatron on clearance. They did have Star Optimus Prime, pretty cool to see. That's not what you see everywhere. But yeah, unfortunately, no scrapper. They did have a lot of Gamer Edition Ironhide, a lot of red alerts like you see everywhere here. No scrapper though, that's who I'm looking for. They did also still have the RC and Ironhide from the Bumblebee movie on clearance, as well as the Studio Series Galvatron and Bumblebee Thundercracker as well on clearance. Didn't need those though. Quite a few of the G2 colored breakdowns. If you're still trying to complete Menasor, I guess that works. But yeah, otherwise not a lot for me here today, unfortunately. They still got a ton of these bulkheads. This guy is an elite level shell former. It's crazy. Kind of generic evergreen gross artwork on this Nerf gun here. I don't know anything about Nerf guns. Is this a good deal? It's kind of cheap. I mean, can't be too bad, right? Heading into Farmers now, where I heard people have been finding the Studio Series 86 Megatron. Unfortunately, didn't see him here at this Farmers today. I'm seeing a lot of these YOLO Park model kits pretty much everywhere here now, so that's kind of cool. I did pick one of these up when I first saw him like 6 months ago, but not really my thing. Anyway, a lot of Studio Series Q, he's around. Another Devastation Optimus Prime, P127, just the kind of stuff you've been seeing a lot of. And again, more Red Alert, more Gamer Edition Ironhide. They seem to be just everywhere. There's a Prime here, not one you see everywhere like the other two at least. But yeah, I just continue looking for that scrapper and I just don't find him. Galvatron's still kicking around. G2 Grimlock and Optimus Age of Extinction there. Did also stumble upon a single clearance Gnaw here, but I already picked him up on clearance from Toy World, so I don't need him. Did also stumble upon these Tech Deck Skate Crew. Now, they're not nearly as cool as Tech Deck Dudes. Tech Deck Dudes are like a really great toy to chew on when you're a little kid, by the way, so I definitely recommend chewing on some Tech Deck Dudes if you can find them. Up the escalator now into another Farmers, and this bit's not going to last too long because this was probably the saddest Transformers section I've ever seen. Pretty much just the Yellow Park models, a singular Red Alert, and some Swapticons, and that was about it. Let's take the time to enjoy this escalator as we head into the big red shed known as the warehouse. And honestly, it wasn't looking too much better than Farmers here. We did have Prime. We've got a Nos still kicking around. But otherwise, it's a lot of the same guys we've seen before. More Red Alert, more Studio Series Q. They did also have an 86 Studio Series Jazz that I forgot to film for some reason. But yeah, not a lot here either, unfortunately. So it wasn't looking too good for the day. This is gross to look at and feels pretty gross to touch as well. Good for smashing over someone's back though. Walking into Kmart now, which is probably the most crackhead store in all of New Zealand, so hope we don't get killed. Bunch of baby toys. I don't want any baby toys. I want toys for big men like me. Like, what is this here? It's Ironhide. More baby stuff. Oh shit, finally something for the big boys. It's Mech Warriors, hell yeah. 3 and up. That's for babies too. Dancing, you say? This is the RoboSen Optimus Prime we got at home. And I have been wanting to read the Skybound Transformers series for a while, so I stopped at the local comic shop. Wouldn't be one of my videos without a Moomins reference. Walking up to the barn now where they host a monthly collectibles market where there's often a Transformers seller, so let's see what they've got. And as I love doing, I was digging through this big stinky bin of plastic and I found this Grimlock. Otherwise nothing Transformers related in here that I could see. And as I stated earlier, there is usually this guy here who sells a bunch of Transformers. Now I'll be honest, I always come here and look at these, but I never actually buy anything. I think I'm just a little bit too cheap for some of the prices here for used figures. I don't know, there's some good stuff though. The Transformers books just seem to keep finding me. And right as I come home, there's a hedgehog in my driveway. That's pretty cool. What's up, everyone? It's now the next day on a gloomy Sunday morning, and I'm here at the base, which is the big mall in my city. Gonna do a little bit more Transformers hunting after yesterday. Let's be honest, it was a little bit of a bust as far as actual toys, but we'll see what they've got here. I'm wearing a hat because my hair looks really bad, so I'm also getting a haircut while I'm here, so let's see what's happening. Certainly isn't the nicest day outside as we approach the mall. And this Farmers is pretty well stocked, but it's a lot of stuff that I already have or I don't need. Like, for example, they've got a lot of G2 Grimlocks. I'm waiting for the G1 reissue. I've seen him once and I haven't seen him again since then. Red Alert, Prime, a goofy looking Earthspark Optimus. They did have Crasher, who I haven't seen too much lately, so maybe he's doing pretty well, but otherwise, it's a lot of the usual stuff that you see. Devastation Optimus, Studio Series Q. What was behind here? Yeah, more Studio Series Q. More Studio Series Q. Yeah, Naught. There's just like one Naught at every store now. B127. Voyager Sentinel is not the most common one to see these days. So, and of course, more Gamer Edition Ironhide and some AoE primes to top it off. Our last hope. The warehouse can't let us down. Just kidding, it very much can, because we've got more Gamer Edition Ironhide and more Q. You know, I actually bought Q when he first came out because I was like, oh, cool, a new Bayverse character. And now I've just seen him everywhere for the last 6 months. Yep, more Ironhides, and of course Red Alert. So what would it be without Ironhide and Red Alert? Did see some Waspinators as well. Who's, he's a little bit less common than the other guys, so that's kind of cool. But otherwise, just, yeah, some baby stuff, and then a random fall on here is still kicking around at the warehouse for the last couple months. He's kind of cool. Did buy him though. So I'm back in my car now. Sorry I cut that last clip off when I was at the warehouse. When I didn't see Scrapper or anything I wanted there, I just started sobbing profusely, and I tried to run out of the store crying like a little girl, and I knocked into an old lady and I knocked her over, and she was hurt and she was screaming. And then the security was like, oh, you can't come here anymore. I was like, no, bro, I got to do toy hunts. They're like, okay, you can't come back for 2 weeks. And I was like, that's fine. You don't have any good toys anyway. So, yeah, I won't be going back to the warehouse for a couple weeks because of that incident. But otherwise, yeah, I got my hair cut. Didn't find anything else at the mall today, but I did find a copy of Need for Speed Unbound for $5 on Xbox. So for $5, why not? And I also impulse bought a Sonos Arc soundbar. So I know a soundbar is not really Transformers related, but maybe I could watch Transformers movies on it, kind of make this like vaguely related. So it's now Tuesday night. I've been so busy with work, I haven't had a chance to film this outro and get all this edited and posted for you. So if I have one piece of advice to give all the kids out there, or even the unemployed people, don't get a job, because you might think, oh, well, I need a job to make money to buy Transformers. That's what I thought too, but the only Transformers out there to buy are Red Alert and Gamer Edition Ironhide. So I didn't buy any toys this weekend, but I did get Volume 1 of the Transformers Skybound comic series. I've wanted this for a while. I actually followed Daniel Warren Johnson on Instagram years ago, back when I was on Instagram, and I was always a big fan of his artwork, so I think it's really cool that he's doing Transformers, and I've heard really good things about this, and I'm on such a G1 kick lately. I'm becoming a G1 guy finally as I become a boomer, so maybe that's what it is. I'm just getting older. I'm getting more into it. So that's my only pickup this week, Transformers related. I didn't buy any toys. I just got a comic book. Graphic novel, we'll call it. This is a collection. We'll call this a graphic novel. So anyway, thank you again for watching. I really appreciate the likes and support on my last Transformers hunt. So that's why I made this one. I hope you enjoy this one just as much, even though I didn't buy anything. I feel like I'm letting my fans down by not buying anything now. I got to go out there and buy some stuff. So hopefully in the near future, you'll see me pick some stuff up. Hopefully we do find that Studio Series 86 Megatron. Hopefully we do find the G1 Colored Grimlock reissue Studio Series. So there's a lot out there to find, but I just haven't found it yet. We're going to keep looking. I'm going to keep hunting, and I'm going to keep you in my pocket, bringing you along with me for this wild ride we're on. So appreciate the support once again. Peace out. Bye.